Well done. Woo! So now it's my pleasure to invite up to the stage Danny Dunlop, the director of photography, and Sean Cisterna, the director of the film. So come on up. All right. Hi. Come on over. So much fun. Love that film. Honestly, what I love most about it, well, there's so many things, but I really love how it shows what it actually takes to make a movie from the ground up. So that was incredible. And how long a process was this, and where did it start, Sean?
Yeah, I'd say it took about a year and a half to film, and just like the film says, we had no money. We went out pitching seniors because we found a senior-based fund in our community, and I feel like we went to I don't know, 6 or 7 retirement homes, some long-term care centers, some church groups, and kind of met with crickets. Nobody wanted to participate until someone, just that 96-year-old Audrey, raised her hand at one point, and then she brought along her 80-year-old nephew, David, who's in the film as well. He did the special effects, and from there it kind of spitballed. From one person knew this person, one person knew that person, but yeah, just at the beginning it was all just a bunch of no's, and I never thought the project would kind of get off the ground.
So how did you overcome that discouragement? You must have been feeling very discouraged.
It was when we softened our language a little bit in the pitches. We mentioned a lot of blood and gore in the initial pitch, and then we tried to soften the language, and that maybe provided a little bit of comfort, knowing that the seniors wouldn't be in danger if they participated in this film.
Right. So, Danny, were you on from the beginning, filming all of these excursions to try to find people to get engaged?
Yeah, I was there for all the rejections and awkward stares and whispers. Yeah.
How much fun is that, to get good footage of a bunch of awkward rooms?
It's not pleasant when you're in the moment, because nobody raises their hand and you feel like an idiot being there, but it was worth it.
What were the biggest challenges, Danny, from a capturing it all perspective?
I think just with this, we wanted to take a very different visual approach. We shot this film anamorphic, which is not the most common with documentaries. It's a much harder, slower process. But I think the outcome is exactly what we wanted. I think just that, over a year and a half trying to have continuity of style, and taking 2 months off, then coming back. Yeah.
And why anamorphic? You described this to me at one point. So this is, not common. It's that widescreen format, kind of reserved for epic films like Lawrence of Arabia, and that's how Danny wanted to shoot this film, because...
Yeah, I mean, I think the main reason was that, initially sort of an early idea was it's about seniors. We want to show the wrinkles and age. But as it developed more, I liked the idea of, instead of capitalizing on the surface level of that, we instead showed them sort of the same way, action stars or movie stars were shown when they watched movies. So big kind of old school anamorphic frames make them look like classic movie stars. And also anamorphics, if anyone's used them, are a lot harder and slower to film with, but our subjects didn't move very quickly, so we had a little more flexibility with just kind of locking it off and letting it live.
That was the answer I was waiting for, yeah.
That's fun. Do you guys have any questions out there? It's such a fun movie, and maybe you wonder about some of the elements of making Yes in the middle there. So what were the films you used to educate them?
Yeah, that day that was actually a sound recording day. We wanted to bring them into the sound recording studio and show them what horror films sound like. We showed them, clips from The Exorcist, Psycho, The Conjuring, and one more. I don't remember. Yeah, I think The Exorcist was the one that made the cut. There's like 3 or 4. The Sixth Sense as well.
Audrey
yeah,
got very into the Exorcist clips.
Audrey, our 96-year-old, she loved the Exorcist.
So the relationship that you formed with this group must be so wonderful and warm. Have they all remained really close friends?
Yeah, we screened in Toronto last week or the week and a half ago or so at the Toronto After Dark Festival. It's this big genre festival in the city, and we had about 400 people there. And that was the first time all seeing each other in a group since we filmed the finale where they all get killed. And so they had a blast, like posing on the red carpet. The festival brought out props for them, like axes and saws to kind of pose with. And I think they were nervous because they hadn't seen the film before, but for them to participate in this group event was remarkable for them. I think they really loved it, and they're looking forward to being at future screenings as well.
So when you do a project like this, Sean, you've done several projects where you really immerse yourself in this world. How do you move through that and on to something else? I mean, why don't you? Are you going to do another one of these senior projects? So I just wonder.
Well, I don't know. I think a lot of filmmakers kind of put out their films and then sign with a distributor, and then they're removed from the project. But for this one, it does kind of feel a little bit, I don't know. I feel more beholden to it. I want to travel with it, and our distributor's putting the film out into theaters next spring, but we also want to do a national retirement home tour and do workshops with seniors in retirement homes, screen the film there. And it's a kind of a unique way to increase your box office almost. So while patrons are going to the cinema in the evenings, we're doing matinee screenings at nursing homes and kind of doubling our box office efforts. And if it takes me going to a retirement community and teaching filmmaking to seniors and spreading, a little bit of joy and education to those communities, I think it's well worth it. It's a cool, I don't know, I think it's a unique distribution opportunity for the movie.
I think it's amazing, the whole way that you devised it and came up with the funding and put this all together. It's really creative thinking. And I think that's an example of being a creative producer. So congratulations on that. And so tell us what is next? Have you got a next project that you're starting to work on?
Well, Danny can talk about that. Dan, you talk about your film. I'm just doing distribution for the next year, but
I think she asked you.
No. Okay. Well, that's it. He's doing distribution over the next year. So, Danny, tell us about what your next project is.
Well, like Sean was saying, when you finish a project, you're kind of done with it. And my last film was a very depressing thriller. And so the next one is a very fast-paced comedy, just because I can't do another 7 years of researching horrific things.
And I think that you might have won a little bit of help on that at the Ontario Screen Creators Conference, no?
Yeah, we won the Pitch Fest for that. So we're going into production in May. So thank you very much.
Yeah, congratulations. Any last thoughts and hopes about what you hope this film will be in the world?
Last week I went to a gerontology conference in Montreal and did a 10-minute case study, and all these health organizations afterwards came up to me and wanted to book the film for screenings in their communities. And I think by partnering with these health organizations, these program managers at retirement homes, I'm headed to a Geron Technology conference in Vancouver in the new year to speak there. So it's a remarkable way to get into a single venue where all the leaders in healthcare are that can book your film. So it's just kind of copying the model that I did in that conference in Montreal to all these different provinces and having your film kind of spread organically from there.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Well, congratulations once
you.
again.
And can I bring up my friend Abigail over
we
here?
have a little witch in the corner there. Can you
Come on
explain
over,
that
Abby.
to us?
I'll let Abigail explain this one.
Hello, everyone. My name is Abigail. I'm with Curse Candy. Thank you so much, Sean, for the lovely opportunity to come and speak with you guys. We are going to be handing out our new eclairs from Curse Candy right outside the theater when you guys exit. They're gluten-free, they're halal and kosher, and nut-free. So you guys can feel free to grab a bag on your way out. I'll be happy to help you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Abigail.
So keep in mind that this film is eligible for the Old Oak Audience Choice Award, so be sure to rip your ballot and deposit it on the way out. And there is another screening of this. When's the second screening? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Sunday.
Sunday at noon?
Sunday at
Two-ish.
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 And Danny
So-
will be there.
So tell your friends this is a movie not to miss, and come out and send them out to see this again on the weekend. It's really a wonderful film. Thank you so much for bringing it to this festival.
Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you to the Forest City Film Festival and all the volunteers and patrons here today. Thank you very much. It was awesome.